the other indicator of derivative, that is what is the option chain and how to understand option chain in a better way that will be beneficial for all the traders and for all the market participants. So today we'll be going through what is a basic option chain and what are other things that we need to look to understand in a better way. So starting with, this is the agenda for the webinar, key points that we need to discuss, starting with what is option chain, how to decode the option chain, what are the call side, what are the put side, what is the open interest at different strikes, what are the advantages of the option chain and how it is useful for the traders to trade or to sell their position in the market. Then we'll be discussing about index option chain, that is the Nifty and Bank Nifty. As you all must be witnessing thoroughly every weekly, there is tremendous amount of volume happening in Nifty and Bank Nifty index, and more participants are playing the weekly option strategies for safety and for better returns. So we'll be discussing more in detail about Nifty and Bank Nifty. And the last thing that we'll be discussing will be India VIX, that is its correlation with the option chain, how volatility plays an important role going ahead. And I think this is the perfect time to conduct about this webinar, as market has been perfect volatile times in the March series. If you see, Nifty touch and made a low of 7,500, and in the April series the scenario is quite different. Nifty have gained nearly around 2,000 points from its lower levels, and how VIX plays an important role in the option chain segment. So now going ahead with the next part, first starting with what is basic option chain. So option chain, as you're all aware of, I'll just show you the image before talking about the option chain. So this is the Nifty option chain, and we'll be discussing each and every part about it in detail. Starting with first, what is option chain basic? So option chain is nothing but the option matrice, another name for it. It shows the call side. If you see on the left hand side, there's a call side. On the right hand side, if you see, there's a put side. The circles are marked, and at the center, there's a strike price. So if we talk about currently, for example, Nifty is trading around in the range of 9,400 to 9,500, 9,550 zones. And if you see, there's a multiple strikes available right at the center. On the left hand side, there's a call code for the particular strike. Likewise, for a put side, there's a code mentioned in that LTP segment. And at the extreme left and at the extreme right, if you see, there's a OI, that is the open interest position as of now for the Nifty option chain. So option chain is nothing but it's a summarized information for a single underlying asset with a given maturity period. Talk about what is the open interest. So open interest, if you see over here at the extreme left, there's a OI column, and at extreme right there's a OI. So there's an open interest column for the call writers, there's an open interest column for the put writers. So currently, if you talk about, Nifty is trading around 9,500, and if you see at the figures over here, 9,500, if you see it to its extreme left, this 25 lakhs open position at the strike of 9,500. Likewise, if you see 9,400, there is ample amount of quantity at 9,400. So the people have built this position accordingly, and we'll be discussing more in detail as we go ahead with the presentation. So option matrix is mainly useful, and now if you see, as weekly option activities are increasing more and more, people are trying to understand how to use this option chain and how to benefit from the same. So it's very important. People should understand before doing any option strategies or any other option trade, because understanding of option chain will give a relatively better picture and a higher probability of getting better accuracy going ahead. So now going ahead, first we'll talk about what are the advantages of option chain. So first, that sets the broader range for the month. So over here, I would like to explain with an example over here. If you see at the start of the April series, at the time of April series, March expiry in Nifty close was around 8,600. And during the start, in the first week of 2nd April of the month, we have set a range as per the option data. The option writers have set a range, 8,500 was the maximum put interest, while at the same time maximum call interest was 9,500 followed by 10,000. So over that time, we got to know this is the broader trading range between 8,500 to 9,500. As and when market slowly gradually recovered from lower levels, so the put OI was gradually shifting higher. From 8,500, it shifted to 8,800, then 8,800 to 8,900, then 9,000. So if you see in the past 15 days, market has been consolidating a broader trading range between 9,000 to 9,400. Multiple times it has tried to touch 9,400, but again it used to slip towards 9,100. And past week, if you talk about last week, last Friday, Nifty closing was around 9,100, and now Nifty is trading around 9,500. But in spite of the fall in the recent few days or few weeks, the put concentration was intact at 9,000. So that means put writers who are confident that they don't want the market to go below that level. However, under extreme circumstances, the market may gap down and that situation changes. But there is a very high probability if continuously throughout the month the OI is building up and it is staying at 9,000, there are chances that 9,000 will act as a crucial support for the market for the current expiry. Likewise, 9,500 will likely to act as a resistance. So now coming on to the next point, as we are discussing about, help to identify major support and resistance zones. So as we talk about, if we talk about as per the technical levels also, everyone's talking about 38% was the retracement from 7,500 to 12,400. 38% retracement is around 9,350, 9,400 zone. So that was a resistance zone in terms of chart pattern. Likewise, the option players also have set a level of 9,500 that is likely to act as a hurdle. While on the same side, 8,900, 8,850, 9,000, multiple buying was seen at lower zones. So that indicates supports were intact at 8,850, 9,000, and likewise the put writers or the put maximum put oil was intact at 9,000. Third talk, what is the advantage of the option chain? We will talk about how it is useful to play different strategies depending upon option band. So this will be talking as and when we go with the presentation going ahead. So keeping up on different scenarios in the market, keeping up on the option band that is depicted on the option chain, we will try to formulate different strategies that are useful for the market participants. So now going ahead with the presentation. So this is the Nifty option monthly chain for the April series. Now, if you see the circle mark in the black, that is in strike of 9,500. If you see over here, currently market is trading also at that level. And if you see the red boxes on the left hand side and on the right hand side, at 9,500, maximum call OI is at 38 lakhs 35,000. So this means the call writers are not allowing the market to go beyond that level till the expiry. Definitely there is a supply pressure from this level, while at the same side, if you see 9,400, there is strong put writing on the side of 9,400. So that means slowly and gradually, if you see 9,400, there is around 18 lakhs put writing. That means market participants does not expect the market to go beyond 9,500, but at the same time, supports are also intact near 9,380, 9,400 zones. So this shows market is expecting a move between 9,400, 420 to 9,500, 550 till tomorrow. That is the April expiry. There are chances it might move up, but depending upon the past scenario and the option grip, there are very low probability and there are high chances that index is likely to trade in this wider range throughout the day or going forward for the expiry day. So now talking about in detail about this, if you talk about these figures, this is the Nifty monthly OI activities for the April series. If you see first, what we need to look in an option chain, where is the maximum call concentration, where is the maximum put concentration, followed where the writing activity is happening, followed by where is the put writing activity is happening, and then that helps to depict a broader range as per the option writing. So over here for the Nifty current series option chain, if you talk about maximum call OI is at 9,500, you can see in the red box over here, followed by 10,000 strike. Second, maximum put OI for the April series, if you talk about, is at 9,000. If you see the red box over there, maximum put OI is over there, but slowly gradually at 9,300, 9,400 also put OI is shifting because slowly and gradually market is moving above that level. Initially 9,400 was a resistance. Now that will start acting as a support going ahead. Third is the call writing activities. If you see over the past few days, marginal writing is seen between 9,300 to 400, but at 9,500 maximum call writing activities is seen. Whereas at the same side, On the put side, if you talk about intact put writing is seen at 9,300, 9,400, 9,450 strike. That shows that buying is definitely visible at high levels. At the same time, resistance are seen at the upper band of the market. And the last, in immediate option band as per the option chain. So if we talk about, after looking at all the data that we try to analyze from the call side, from the put side, we try to formulate, as of now, immediate trading band for the market is between 9,350, 380, 400 to 9,550 zones. So that is the immediate band from 9,400 to 9,550, 600 zones. That is the upper band. So the market is likely to trade in this range, and this data definitely helps us to formulate different things depending upon the data that we have. So as we talk about the OI activities, likewise, this is the monthly, as today is the second last day for the expiry. Likewise, we have weekly activities, and every week the data obviously keep changing depending upon the market range. But if you understand, or if we go through on daily basis and try to analyze where is the maximum call concentration, where is the maximum put concentration, we'll get a broader picture that which is likely to act as a major support for the series, likewise, which is likely to act as a major resistance going ahead. So this was talking about Nifty. This is the OI option OI concentration for the April series. If you see in that is in the image format. If you see the left image, that is a Nifty OI. So maximum call concentration is at 9,500 followed by 10,000, whereas put concentration is intact at 9,000. And on the right image, if you see, that is the change in OI. As everyday change happens, accordingly the writing strikes also changes depending upon the market scenario and how the movement has happened over the period of time. So this image talks about the change in activity that we already discussed over here in the option chain from the put side. I've so far so good, I hope so. So now moving on with the next aspect, that is the Bank Nifty. So there are a lot of people, lot of participants that who only trade into the Bank Nifty index. So, and if you see Bank Nifty weekly, like maximum volume happens on the Bank Nifty expiry day, and more people are getting onto this segment because one is the risk safety, second index, and third is like there is a very high amount of safety for the market, as index is expected to move in a range, but generally it is far more safer than stocks. So now talking about Bank Nifty option chain. So if you see the monthly option chain for Bank Nifty over here, currently Bank Nifty is trading around 20,500 to 20,600, and broadly it is trading in a from past 10 to 12 days it is trading in a band from between 20,000 to 20,100. At 20,000, 19,800 supports buying is witnessed, while at the same time selling pressure is witnessed at high levels, that is at 20,700 or 20,800, 21,000. However, if you talk about the option data in this slide, if you see on the left hand side, that is the maximum call concentration. If you see, that is at 21,000, that is 7,37,000. So this shows there is a high chances that the call writers will be active this zone, and this is likely to act as a immediate resistance for the market. While at the same time, if you see at the right hand side of the put side, at 20,000 there is a maximum call put concentration, which is likely to act as a support going ahead. So this sets a broader range. Now depending upon that, we need to see what is the change in OI. So if you see the change in OI, the column right next to OI, if you see what is the change in column activities happening over the past few days. So there is marginal writing at strikes from 20,600 to 20,700, 800 and 900, while at the same time, there is put writing seen at 20,000 followed by 20,400, 20,500. So this shows that Bank Nifty is likely to consolidate in this wider range between 20,350 to 20,800, 900 zones. And likewise, market participants are not expecting much bigger move than above this level. So the immediate resistance for the Bank Nifty is 21,000, while at the same time supports are seen at 20,500 levels. So talking about the Bank Nifty OI activities, so currently this is the option interest activities for the April series. I have a question over here. Change in open interest previous day and today. Can we guess call put writing? So yeah, definitely when call writing put when the change. So for example, yesterday, for example, if you take a strike of 20,500, yesterday the OI was 50,000, and now it has increased to 1,45,000. So that means there is a additional call writing of 1 lakh at 1,45,000. Likewise for the put side. So from this example, you're able to understand, if you go through this, then the maximum call open interest for the April series at 21,000, then 21,500 strike, while at the maximum put OI. So that is likely to act as a support for this image for this series. 20,000, then 19,500 strike. So if you, as we already discussed, the maximum call OI is at 21,000, while maximum put OI is at 20,000. So this is likely to act as a major support and resistance zone till the April expiry. Now talking about the call writing activities. So if you see, we have seen minor call writing activities at 21,000 because overall trend is positive. Buying is witnessed at lower levels and slowly supports are shifting higher. Resistance is intact at higher zones, but gradually and slowly supports are shifting higher. So if you see, call writing intact activities is marginally low, but at the same time, put writing activities is quite significant between 20,000 to 20,500 strike for the current expiry. So as per the option data, we help to find out the what is the range for the option for the Bank Nifty till the expiry. So as per the option data, the range stands to be 20,350 to 20,200 zones. So it would be interesting to see today also Bank Nifty made a low around 20,350, 20,400 zones, and now it is back to around 20,800 and trading between that wider range. So as VIX have cooled off from high levels, so market participants are expecting that index is likely to trade in this range between 20,650, 700 to 20,100, 20,200 zones. Now coming on to the next aspect about the webinar, that is the option band. So by looking at the OI activities, so far we have discussed about how OI activities help the market to set the range for the index Nifty and Bank Nifty. So looking at the wider option band, people formulate different strategies. But now talking about the option band, so how do we generally come up with the option band? So we have an example over here. If we talk about April 2026, for example, Nifty is currently trading at 9,500. And if you talk about the monthly call and put for 9,500 call and put strikes, it is 350 and 350. So that's somehow up to 700 points. So if we combine the premium of call and put, that is 700 points. So market participants expect that Nifty is likely to trade between 8,800 to 12,200. That is a 68% probability, because it is very important to know that normally whatever is the premium, that the premium what they charge, it is definitely charged by the pay by the smart people, and definitely the premium knows the value. So if any other for unseen circumstances is there, so definitely the premium will be high. If there is a low volatility period, so definitely the premium will be low. So depending upon the volatility, the premiums keeps on changing. But now coming on to the example, so now if Nifty is around 9,500 and we expect looking at the premiums for the call and put, we added up to 700 points. So there is 68% probability that market is likely to trade between 8,800 to 10,200 for the entire April series. Now that covers only 68% probability. But people, those who want to be more secure, more safe, and they want to play a relatively safer bet, so we take 2SG, that is 95% probability. So in this case, instead of 700 points, we are adding and subtracting to the main strike price. We subtract and add 1400 points. So that gives us a wider trading range between 8,100 to 10,900. So that sets a wider trading range for the index. So everyone has a different approach. However, so looking at the current, so now VIX has cooled off from high levels. So definitely the premium that they would be charging, that would be definitely low as compared to that was charged in the month of March. The questions that, so I have a question over here. Last expiry premium was 600 off call. So questions over here, last expiry. So over here we have to take the premium of call as well as of put. So if we add up both the premiums, we'll get a broader range. So over here, 9,500 call is suppose 350 and 9,500 put is suppose 350. So the total is 700. So likewise, 700 will add or will subtract from the current strike price, and that helps to give us a wider range. That is 9,500 minus 700 points, 8,800, and we added up 700 points, so 10,200. That is the wider range as per the SG. So there are a few more questions coming onto this. So where this question is, how do you know this call writing? So as we already discussed over here, if you see the option chain over here, change in OI. So if you see there's a positive figure right from strikes from 20,500 to 600 to 700, and the positive figures, that means the call riders are intact with the strike. While likewise, if there's a negative figure, that means unwinding is happening this place and market participants are expecting the market to go further up. So there are a couple of more questions. So we'll take the questions once we are done with the session going ahead. Now talking about the next thing, that is the option band. So now talking about the option band, as we already talked about the option band, at the money, short triangle usually provides a fair. So this trading band at the right start of the month, it helps us to identify what is likely to be the broader band, option band for the series. And along with that, we'll try to formulate different views depending on the different market scenario. So over here, it's mentioned that the significant change in for close the money strike also acts as a meaningful support. So if you talk about, for example, of Nifty, so currently Nifty is now trading around 9,500. And if you see, there is aggressively put writing seen at 9,400, 9,300, 350, 400 strike. So this is likely to act as a major support for this expiry. However, at the same time, writing is also seen at 9,500, 950 levels. So that is likely to act as a resistance as well as. But so far, market is able to hold about 9,004, and at the same time, put writers intact. So they will try to keep the market above these levels. So option band. So what are the benefits of the option band? It is very important to understand whether the market is in a range bound way or it is moving on a totally uptrend on a downtrend. So if you see from past few days, market is moving in a range. Slowly and gradually it is shifting up from 9,100 to 9,250, then 350. Now it is at 9,500. Slowly and gradually market is shifting up. So the put writing activity is slowly and gradually shifting upwards, but at the same time, call concentration at 9,500 is maximum. So that is likely to act as a major hurdle going ahead for the expiry. But at the same time, 9,400 is likely to act as a key support for the option chain players. Now, so this is the thing that we come up for the, as per the option band, we try to formulate the same thing for the Nifty and Bank Nifty range. So if you see over here, there's a weekly option chain. Now this is the monthly expiry, so that stands the same. Over here, Nifty was trading around 9,400. That is till 20th April 2020, 2 days to expiry. So over here, if you see, starting from the left, this is the confidence band, that is the probability, what is likely to be the range for the market. If you talk about Nifty was around 9,400 and put is 9,200 and call is 9,600. So if you take 1 SG, that is the adding the range above and below. So the premium that we are receiving is 44 points. So over here, what people are trying to do, since market is stuck in a range and they're expecting, as per the option data, they don't expect market to move beyond below 9,200 and not above 9,600. So they have sold 9,200 put and 9,600 call at the combined premium 44 points. So the issue will happen when market go below 9,150 or when market goes above 9,650. So between this, when the market trades, the person who have sell both the call and put, they will earn 44 points. Likewise, the people, those who expect that market might move beyond this range, so they can take the next strike, that is 9,100 followed by 9,700 strike. So depending upon the option band, and how do we able to come out to this figure is through the option activities. So as we discuss over here, there's 9,500 is important level, and if we calculate the premium up and above, so we get the range. So now as expiry is just one day, and the range is getting narrow day by day. So we have initially the range was 9,000 to 9,500. Now the range is shifted to 9,100 to 9,500. Now the range is shifted to 9,300 to 9,600. So slowly and gradually the range is also getting narrow as we are coming close to expiry. And depending upon that, various participants try to generate returns from this by customizing different strategies. So likewise, this was the image about talking about how trading band we try to formulate for index. This was the Nifty. Likewise, we have for Bank Nifty as well as. So there are a lot of questions that are going on. So for sure, we'll get back to the questions once we are done with the session. So now talking about the next aspect, that is the important aspect, that is how volatility. So volatility is basically the key to everything currently understanding about the option chain. How VIX plays an important role in understanding the option chain analysis as a whole. And right now it's a perfect time to understand about this, because if you talk about last 2 months, market has seen a roller coaster ride over the past 2 months. Market has witnessed the VIX has moved up right from 13, 14 levels, it has inched higher to around 85, 86 levels, and then continuously after making that top, it has fallen continuously and now trading in between 30 to 35 zones. So as VIX is high, and VIX has a negative correlation with the market. So VIX is basically a greed and fear indicator that indicates when the VIX is high, people are a bit skeptical, there's fear in the market, and market is expected to go down. Likewise, I've taken an example over here. So when in the March series, VIX was around above 75, 80 levels. As per the option data, we were getting the wider trading range. Why? Because people were expecting wider swings and people are ready to pay higher premiums for that. So over there, the range was between 8,500 to 9,700 zones. So why? Because the premiums were high and people were expecting that volatile swings are likely to continue. But if you see from March series to April series, VIX has cooled off substantially from high levels. It was trading at 85 levels in the March series at the last week of March, and now it has cooled off to around 35, 34 levels. So substantially premium. So when VIX falls, along with the premium that they are charged, definitely below falls down because they're expecting a wide move, but that is a narrow move within the market. So initially, when VIX was high, the option band was from between 8,500 to 9,700. Likewise, now when VIX is below 35 levels, now the option band is shifted from 9,000 to 9,500, 9,600 zones. Why? Because now people are more comfortable. They're not expecting volatile swings in the market. Likewise, call writers and put writers have taken their position accordingly. So over here, as we're talking about, VIX plays a very important role throughout this thing, and depending upon that, we try to formulate the range. So in the past example also, whenever there is a VIX high or there is uncertainty, we also suggest people or the traders or the market participants better to do sell higher strikes rather than selling put writing strikes, because when VIX is high, this normal tendency in the market is likely to fall down further and there's a negative correlation. So people try looking at the VIX levels, we try to gauge the band of it. So currently VIX is around 33, 34 levels, and the band for Nifty, looking at the option band, it's between 9,200 to 50 to 9,500, 550 levels. So as VIX will cool off further, the option band is definitely going to go narrow, and people will be more comfortable because they expect that market is not likely to see swings on either side, and slowly and gradually it is likely to trade in a wider range of 300, 400 points, provided if VIX cool off further. So far we discussed about So far we discussed about what is the basic option, what is the option chain, how to analyze the index option chain by looking at the calls, puts. At the same time, what are the writing activities for the call and put. This is the concentration. Bank Nifty monthly option chain. What is the OI activities for the Bank Nifty option chain. Then we talk about what is the option band. So this is one of the key things that we need to check for the option band. Looking at the option data, we try to formulate the option band. So over here we have a query talking about how much far from the current Nifty index I can choose put or calls. Yeah, so this is depending upon, you have to see what is the VIX that is trading level at. So if VIX is trading around 30-35 zone, we can keep safety of 400-500 points up and above. Likewise, if VIX is higher, so we need to keep higher safety of 700 points or 800 points up or above. So depending upon volatility index, we need to sell the call and put. Depending upon the volatility, everything depends upon that. And likewise, we need to see where is the maximum call OI and where is maximum put OI for the same. In writing of options, maybe in put or call, what should. So definitely there is very important, as whenever people do writing, there is always there is a limited amount of premium they earn, but there is definitely unlimited amount of risk. So as per the thumb rule, or as per the rule book, it's definitely we should follow stop loss for the same. And if suppose if you're selling an option of 9,000, if you talk about this slide, over here we are selling option call and put combined premium of 44 points, 9,200 and 9,600 combined from 44. So over here keep the double the stop loss of 88 points. Strict stop loss, because you never know, suppose the market gap up, it is continuously moving that way, so there are chances that you will start losing unlimited. So it's better to play safe and keep strict stop loss for any of the trades taking the option writing activities. So now there's the next question. Different wicks for the same strike put and call. What is so? How have we calculated the probability? So probability over here we have calculated, as we already discussed about, taking over here, looking at the slide. Suppose Nifty is trading at 9,500, and the call premium for Nifty 500 is 9,500 is 350 points. Likewise, 9,500 put, the premium is 350 points. So if we add up 350 and 350, that is 700 points in total. So we add 700 points to 9,500 and we deduct 700 points from the 9,500. So we get a range of 8,800 to 12,200. So there's 68% chance for the current month that the market index is likely to trade in this wider range. It might go to lower, then it come up, or it might go to up, it might come lower. So this is the probability that we expect. So the band that we decide through the premiums. So if you talk about, if you check this image, 9,500. So over here, this is the current month expiry. Over here, the premium is 43. If you talk about 9,500, the premium call premium is 43. Likewise, the put premium for 9,500 is 85. So if we add up the call and put, that is around 130 points. So we expect that market is likely to stay in a range between 9,370 to 9,630 zones for the current April expiry. So the next question we have, at how much wicks we can buy naked option. So for directly, we cannot just buy option. For buying option, it's very important that we should have momentum. Over there, it's very important, if the market is in momentum, it is advisable to buy option. If market is not liking, for example, today market open gap up, slowly it is moving up, but it's got stuck in a range between 9,450 to 9,520 zones. So in spite market is moving up, at the same time VIX is also cooling off, and there is time decay as well as. So in spite of market is moving up, but the option for 9,400 call is not inching higher, because It is against the trend. So there is no momentum. Slowly and gradually market is moving up, and there is a time decay. That is because only 1 day is left to expiry, and slowly and gradually the premium erosion is happening. So for buying option, it's very important that you buy in momentum and then sell it off. So next is put writers, 9,400 put writers 30 lakh OI various changes. So over here that means additional 21 lakhs per put activities has been increased to 9,400. So currently for expiry series, people are not expecting that market should go below 9,400 strike, and at the same time 9,500, 550 is likely to act as a hurdle for the immediate basis. India VIX at 33 level is the same level which got breached upside license. Yeah, so India VIX has definitely come cooler from high levels tremendously from 85 levels to 33 levels, and that's why we have seen a quite smooth ride from 8,000 to 8,500 levels to 9,500 levels in the index. So as VIX is cooling off, that is giving comfort to the market participants, and slowly gradually market is moving higher. If VIX cool off further, definitely supports will start shifting from 9,000 to 9,400 levels, and slowly gradually we'll try to see upside provided. But somewhere, if global scenario changes and there's volatility and the VIX shoot up again, so there are chances the upside will be capped at 9,600, 9,700, and at the same time 9,100, 9,200 is likely to act as a support. So we have a question over, please explain the relation for the IV with open interest. So as we talk about, if there is high, I'll show it from this slide. Over here we have mentioned higher VIX. So if VIX is high, so definitely the players are definitely going to charge higher premiums for it. If VIX is lower, premiums will be low. So if VIX is high, the option range or option band for the index will be wider. As VIX was trading about 55-60 levels, the option band was between 8,500 to 9,500, 9,700 zones. As VIX has cooled off, the band has shifted lower, it has become narrow, and now the range is between 9,100, 9,200 to 9,600, 9,700 strikes. So it depends upon how volatility, and looking at the structure of VIX, continuously is falling down. So till then we don't see any reversal in the VIX chart. Definitely we can have a wider narrow trading range between 9,200 250 to 9,500 600 zones. So definitely there are a lot of questions that are coming up, so we'll try to answer as many as possible. So over here, this is how to gauge momentum. So over here, we can see 15-minute charts for the indexes. If suppose the stock is index is continuously making higher highs for on 15-minute charts continuously. So we expect, for example, at 10 o'clock, Nifty was trading at 9,300. At 10:15, it is trading at 9,330. Likewise, after every 15 minutes, it is moving slowly and gradually up. So that means slowly and gradually market is gathering pace and expected to move higher. Likewise, if market is continuously falling down, so for 9,400, Nifty at 10 o'clock, 9,000, Nifty was around 9,400. At 10:30, you see Nifty is 9,350. So for momentum, we have to see continuously smaller time frame charts, and if there is a change in the smaller time frames, definitely we will be able to buy options accordingly. When to buy options and when to sell options. So this is a very important question that very few participants actually able to implement it. So when, for example, low volatility, and we expect that market is likely to stay in a range between 9,200 to 9,500. So it is advisable to sell out of the money call and put option. But if we see there is momentum in the market and market is continuously moving one way, whether it's upside or downside, so it's better to buy option. So when to buy option or when to sell option, it is very subjective, and depending what view you have in the market. But generally it suggests that whenever there is momentum in the market and when you have time, it's better to buy option nearby at the money options. And whenever you expect there is a range bound expectation in the market, keeping support and resistance. So it's advisable to sell options by keeping double the stop loss. Any future Nifty coming back? So right now it's we cannot directly comment whether Nifty will fall down to 8,500. But looking at the overall setup, VIX is trading lower. Market has slowly, gradually moved inch higher. Till Nifty doesn't breach 9,000, 9,050 zones on closing basis, we expected market likely to stay in a range between 9,100, 200 to 9,600, 700 zones. Immediate support likely to act as 9,350, 9,400 zone. How to trade option buy in gap up Nifty gap? Yeah, so over here it's very difficult because normally when there's a gap up or gap down, we have to see, we have to wait. So if we see for, we have to give couple of minutes, we have to see 15 minutes or half an hour whether market is holding its gain or no. So if market is holding its gain, so we can attempt to buy an option by keeping that day's low stop loss. Likewise for gap down opening, keeping day's high stop loss. So while trading option, what to check spot of it? So it's always you need to check whenever we do any buying option, we have to keep future price into mind because that is the underlying of the spot. We need to see the future level and accordingly you have to play with the option whether it's buying or whether it's selling. Can you explain with an example about buying or selling of option for better time? So over here, currently I'll talk about the current example itself. So now, for example, as we knew that market is stuck in a range between 9,200 to 9,500, 600 zones. So for the current April expiry, what we have done, we have sold 9,100 put at 15 rupees. Likewise, we have sold 9,600 call at 15 rupees. So we expect the market is likely to trade in this range between 9,100 to 9,600 and is not going to move further. So we are trying to eat the premium. But suppose if market is continuously holding above 9,500 and it is not continuously not ready to move down, so instead of selling, we'll try to buy options as anticipating as 9,500 was a hurdle. Now it has moved above that. We'll try to buy option, keeping if there is momentum going ahead. Is hedging advisable? So depending upon that, if suppose for example option, if you're buying option, so it's important to buy option but keep a stop loss for it. And it is always advisable that we should never average in buying option because once there is momentum, so definitely momentum will continue and there's always advisable you have to never buy more options at dips, while at when we are selling options call or put, it is always advisable to maintain strict stop losses because if it doesn't maintain strict stop loss, so market can go crazy and definitely can end up getting much more losses. It's always important to follow stop losses instead of hedging directly. Combined premium calculation on next job expect. So over here, as we talk about the option chain, if you see this option chart over here, so currently if you see 9,500 option is trading around 43, 44 points. This is not the live data, but this have taken around in the morning around 10 o'clock, and 9,500 put was around 85. So if we combine 43 plus 85, the combined premium for 9,500 strike is 120 points. So the market participants expect that the range till expiry is likely to be between 9,380 to 9,620 zones, and provided that if there is nothing happens on the global scenario, but as per the option setup, this is likely to be the trading range for the April expiry. Talking about the best books, so there are a lot of books to read about options, but what we have learned over the period of time, it's always advisable to see the practical aspect, understand the basic terminology of option, and to get the practical aspect of the option by tracking the market. So it's always advisable to understand how the Nifty or Bank Nifty option chain go through the different indicators, go through practice, try to visit the page and try to devote some time of your entire day for the understand about better about options. Can I sell on expiry day? Can call put both if Nifty? Definitely. So if you expect the market is likely to stay in a range and you expect the market is not likely to move beyond certain range, so it's always advisable to sell call and put, but it's important to maintain strict stop loss, because if it doesn't maintain strict stop loss, the losses can be unlimited. So it's always important stick to the rule book. If we return, if we earn less, it's important we have to lose also less. We have, always have to be in the game to maximize the returns going ahead. So now talking about how to calculate premium. So the over here, the important thing is there are a lot of models that we can calculate premium through. There is Black-Scholes, there is Monte Carlo, and one more model, binomial model is there. But over here, what is important is not to understand what is how the premium is calculated, but with the help of premium, what can we achieve or what can we formulate to understand the range. So to calculate, for example, the premium for 9,500 is around 45.50. But to understand how that 50 has come up to, instead of that, we should understand how that 50 will play a role, whether that 50 will move higher or whether that 50 will move lower. That is important for the market participants or for the traders. Best time frame for intraday trader in Nifty option with Indica. So definitely best time, there's nothing as said best, depending on the market scenario, it revolves. So far, but 15 minutes indicator is quite helpful for the option player to understand whether there is momentum in the market or no. If there is continuously the index is making higher highs or higher lows on a 15-minute time frame, or it is consolidating from past 1 hour, 2 hours, and now you see there is gradually it is shifting higher. So there are chances that the momentum will be there by buying options. But at the same time, we also need to see what is the hurdle at high levels, and likewise, we have to exit also. Option buying is very important as we have to make quick entry at the same time quick exit. So over here we'll give an example. For example, 9,400 Nifty option is trading around 50. It moves up to 9,450, 9,500, and the option has moved from 50 to 75 and 80. But now the market participant expect that it should move further higher. But 9,500 is likely to act as a hurdle. So after hitting 9,500, it has again moved down to 9,450. So the option that went from 50 to 75, now it has again come down to 60. So he should have booked the profit, but he didn't, and he expects the market to go further. So while buying option, it's very important you entry quick and at the same time exit quick. While at the selling options, it is important that a market stays in a range and there's no big wild movement going ahead. So there's a question: market climb about 90 points, but 8,000, 9,500 ATM or gain only 10 points. Okay, so this is the thing that I was talking about. Premiums depend upon two things. First, the volatility. Second is the theta, that is the time value. So if you see over yesterday, there are only 2 days left for the expiry, and now there's only 1 day left. Yesterday, VIX was around 36, 37 levels, 38 levels, and now it has further declined by 5%. So as VIX has that volatility index has cool off, so that is working against the premium thing. At the same time, decay, as there is no momentum in the market is gradually and slowly moving up, so it is inching higher, but because of time decay and lower in VIX levels, it is working against the premium. So as exactly we saw, Nifty move up by 90 points, but the option has moved only by 10 points. So it is always advisable when there is momentum, play with the buying option. But when you expect that VIX is going to cool off, and when there is certainty and the range bound scenario, it is advisable to sell deep out of the money options. So there is the same question. For option trading, can we follow spot or futures? So option trading is always important to follow the future levels, and you have to keep future levels in mind for trading the options. So now there is another question talking about so over here there is someone asked, please explain the relation with IV and open interest. So as we already discussed, if the IVs are higher and people expect there is higher volatility, So the trading range, the market participants have a wider trading range. So the open interest activities will be way higher. So for example, currently Nifty open interest maximum is at 9,500, while put over interest is at 9,000. So because VIX has cooled off, so this is the wider trading between 9,500 to 9,000. But now if you see, as expiry is coming close, so there is the range is getting narrow and narrow. So if you see currently the range, it is trading between, the range is between 9,300 to 9,500, 550 zones, because the probability is low, and as time is coming close to the expiry, Nifty is also stuck in a range. So market participants are expecting not much bigger move and is likely to stay in this range. So we have a question for buying option in intraday, which is best at ATM. Okay. So over here, it's always advisable to buy ATM or slightly ATM at the money option, because what happens, for example, Nifty is trading around 9,500, and now you expect the Nifty is likely to move up to 9,600. So you should buy an option of 9,500 and 550. So if Nifty moves, if Nifty future moves up by suppose 100 points, so at the money, as per the formula, there is half delta. That means if future moves up by 80 to 100 points, the premium will move up by 35, 40 points. But instead of buying 9,600 option, if you end up buying 9,800 option. So in spite, even if market moves up by 100 points, the out of the money option, the premium will not increase in that same ratio. So for buying option for intraday, it is always advisable to buy ATM money or slightly out of the money option. So I have this session is broadly talking about more from the option perspective. So the stock technical level you can discuss in some other session for sure. Can you show and can we stay with the OTM or ITM in buying options same? Yeah, so as we already discussed, when we are buying option, it's better to buy at the money options, while at the same time when we are selling option, it's advisable to buy sell deep out of the money option, whether it's for call or whether it's for put. So likewise, it's every what the OI data shows a call and put buy is also right then. So we have a question of so as we already discussed, when we are selling option, when we are selling option, it is very important to sell deep out of the money call or put options. While for buying option, it's important to buy at the money or nearby the money strike. Yeah. So IV, what is IV? So IV is as implied volatility, as as we have already discussed about what is IV. So that's the India VIX. And it clearly shows the market sentiment. If VIX is higher, there's uncertainty in the market, but at the same time, if VIX is lower, definitely there is certainty and there is range bound movement expected in the market. So now we have a question about how risky is to buy option in the expiry. It's not about risky, it depends about what is the probability of going right. So if the higher probability, if we expect the market is likely to be momentum, it is likely to move higher. So it's better to buy options, and you can buy, and it's important when you buy, you have to also sell it quickly. But at the same time, if it doesn't maintain stop loss. So the risky part is about what is the capital you have invested. If you expect the market is likely to move, so accordingly you have to place your bets accordingly. On the expiry day, it's important to play because generally expiry day there is good movement on the expiry front, and likewise movement is expected. So if there is momentum, it is advisable to buy option, but with strict stop losses. And likewise, if there is a range bound market in the scenario, so there is a range bound movement, so it's advisable to sell options for out of the with out of the money strike. So we will be taking few more questions. So for the stocks, you have to follow futures of the stocks. Am I right? Yeah. So likewise, how we have index option chain for indexes Nifty and Bank Nifty. So we have option chain analysis for stocks as well as over there we have only monthly option chain. We don't have weekly. So whichever counter is in the FNO space, around more than 145 counters are currently there in the FNO space. So for there, we have the FNO space, and likewise. Uh, uh, there is option chain activity that helps to identify major support and resistance level for the activities. So over here we are discussing more about the option chain and option chain analysis and how option band helps to understand. From the technical perspective, definitely stocks idea we can discuss in some other webinar session for sure, whenever we'll have a technical session. So now, as questions are coming up, before just taking the last few questions, we'll conclude the webinar talking about that option chain is one of the major derivative indicators, and it definitely helps to understand the index range. And depending upon the index range, we can set different strategies and try to play momentum trades as well as. So currently, if you see, market is continuously moving up. So initially 9,500 that was acting as a resistance. Now slowly and gradually, market is moving higher towards 9,000. 9,600 levels. So slowly and gradually market is moving higher. So it's very important to understand option analysis, option chain, and depending upon this, it helps also helps you identify major support and resistance level, depending upon which we can analyze whether in spite of market fall, the put writers are intact at lower levels, or in spite of market movement, the call writers are intact at higher zones. Now talking about what to check in PCI for option buying. So PCI is totally a different concept, that is the put call ratio, whereas generally higher put call ratio favors the bull sentiment, whereas lower PCI ratio favors the bearish sentiment. Currently, the put call ratio is slowly and gradually increasing. That provides momentum to the market as well as. And so overall, looking at the broader market has moved up significantly. And if you see now, market is inching towards 9,600 zones. Why? Because there was continuously call put trading activities at 9,400, 450 strike. So now we'll be taking last few questions before closing out this session. So over here, someone asked option chain slide. Can you also explain how options are? So as I already talk about, instead of understanding how options are priced, so there are different models on which the option premiums are charged. There is Monte Carlo, there is binomial, there is Black-Scholes. So different models keeping different factors into consideration, such as time value, interest rate, and upon depending upon that, premium is calculated. But what is important that what is that premium movement that is expected to happen? That is more important to understand rather than what exactly is the premium. So that definitely helps us to understand whether that premium is high depending on the VIX, or whether the premium is low depending on the VIX. So it is totally subjective, and it's always advisable to analyze the option chain from the writer's perspective. So now we'll be taking one last question. Stock specific, yeah, as we already mentioned, stock specific, this is the we talk about more about as weekly expiries for the indexes, and more people are participating in the weekly expiry. So we have touched upon major indexes. However, the stocks that are in FNO space, even they have similar option chain, option band for the stocks. Whichever the counters are there in the FNO space, we have an option chain analysis for them, and likewise that also helps us to depict major put writing activities or major call writing activities for the particular stock. So for example, if it recently talk about stocks such as Axis Bank. So over here, if you see, there was multiple call writing activities in the 460, 480 zones. So in spite of that, it was not able to surpass 460 levels. While at the same time, put writing activities were at 420, 430, 440, 420 zones. So 430 is likely to add the important support for the stock. How to decide the ideal stop loss whenever. So over here, as you already said, double the stop loss. If we sell in pair, for example, 15 points put, 15 points call, 30 points in total, it's double stop loss. The 30 double is, that is 60. So once it surpasses the 60 level, it's better to exit the position and try to formulate some other or wait for some stability. And it's very important to always follow strict stop losses. So I think we have done from the Q&A part. So with this, we would like to conclude the webinar, and thank you all for attending this session. And going ahead, we'll come about with many more webinar sessions such like that. Thank you all.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.